Hi guys, your friend Gopika is here, and in this video I'll be discussing the question number 7 and question number 8 from problem set 1 from the chapter similarity. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. Okay, so this is the 7th question. So first let's choose pointer. Okay, so in the figure ADC and BEC, that means ADC are collinear, BEC is collinear in this order. Segment DE is parallel to AB. DE is parallel to AB. Now if AD is 5, DC is 3, BC is 6.4. Okay, BC, this whole thing is 6.4. Then find BE. Okay, so what I have done here is BC is given 6.4. So for B I mentioned it as X, that is measure of BE. Then naturally EC will be 6.4 minus X. Okay, just using the variable for convenience. Now by basic proportionality theorem we know that CD upon DA is equal to CE upon EB. Okay, so 3 by 5 is equal to 6.4 minus X upon X. Substituting the values. Now 3x, that is multiplying, this x will go to the other side and get multiplied to the numerator, and this 5 will get multiplied over here. So 3x is equal to 5 into 6.4 minus x. 5 into 6.4 will be 32 and 5 into x is 5x. So 3x is equal to 32 minus 5x. Now this 5x I took to the other side, so 3x plus 5x will become 8x, and here it is 32 itself. X is equal to 32 upon 8, that is equal to 4. Okay, so BE is equal to X is equal to 4. Simple. Now there is one more way to do it. If you don't want to involve variable X over here, what you do? First you write the basic proportionality theorem. So CD upon DA is equal to CE upon EB. Now you apply component over here. Okay, so if you apply component, then CD plus DA upon DA is equal to CE plus BE upon BE. Okay, now CD plus DA is 3 plus 5, that is 8. So 8 upon 5 is equal to CE upon CE plus EB will be BC, and BC is given as 6.4. That is 6.4 upon BE. So you will get 8 by 5 is equal to 6.4 upon EB. And then the cross multiply and the calculation follows. Okay, that way applying component also you can do, so that you can directly apply the value of BC. No need to involve any other variable. Okay, so now let's see question number 8. Okay, so in the figure, segment PA, segment QB, segment RC and segment SD are perpendicular to line AD. Okay, now all these segments PA, QB, RC and SD is perpendicular to a straight line AD. Okay, now if these lines are, or these segments are perpendicular to a line, that means these lines are parallel to each other. Okay, since it is forming same angle with a common line, all these lines are forming same angle with a line, these lines are parallel to each other. Okay, this is an observation we need to make so that we can apply the property of ratio of intercepts made by parallel lines and transversals. To use that theorem, the observation that we make is, if we have 3 lines making same angle with, like this, with a common line towards one side, then that line is parallel to each other. Those segments are parallel to each other. Okay, and they have given few measurements. AB is 60, BC is 70, CD is 80, PS is 280. Then find PQ, QR and RS. Okay, so angle D is equal to angle C is equal to angle B is equal to angle A. That means if you see all these lines, the corresponding angles in context of parallel lines we are talking. Okay, these are equal. That means these lines are parallel by corresponding angles test. Okay, you have 3 tests to check if the lines are parallel: alternate angle test, corresponding angle test and interior angle test. Okay, when you have corresponding angles congruent or alternate angles congruent, then we can say that those lines are parallel. Similarly, when you know that interior angles are supplementary, we can say that the lines are parallel. So there are three ways to say this. Now here I know that these D and C are corresponding angles, C and B are corresponding, B and A are corresponding, means one above the other and with same one common line. All of them are 90 degree, they are equal, that means these lines have to be parallel by corresponding angles test. Now once we know that these all four segments are parallel, we will consider it in two parts. SD, first we will consider it as SD, QB and PA. SD parallel to QB parallel to PA, this part, and then we will apply the property or the theorem that we learned, similar to BPT. Okay, that is basic proportionality theorem. Similar to that we had learned property of ratio of intercepts made by three parallel lines and their transverses. So since the theorem statement includes three parallel lines, I am choosing three of them, and how I chose it you will come to know as we proceed. Now by property of ratio of intercepts made by three parallel lines and transversals, SQ upon QP. Okay, now these lines we are considering SD, QB and PA. So SQ upon QP is equal to DB upon BA. Okay, now apply component 2. What is SQ plus QP? It will be SP or PS. Okay, now why I took these three lines were because I wanted to cover the, in component 2 I needed value of PS because directly they have given in the question PS. That's why I took SQ, these three lines. You can also choose SD, RC and PA. Okay, the end line, the parallel lines to the both the ends you have to choose. From the middle one, any one you can choose. Okay, one of them you can choose. So SQ plus QP upon QP is equal to DB plus BA upon BA. So the aim is to get PS over here. So accordingly choose three parallel lines. SP upon QP is equal to DA upon BA. Now substitute the values. SP is 280, QP is that we have to find, and this is 210 because DB is DB's value is DC plus BC, and hence DC plus BC is 80 plus 70, and that is 210. Okay, and then BA 60. Now we will cross multiply in the sense this denominator will get multiplied here in the numerator and this will get multiplied over here. So 280 into 60 is equal to 210 into QP. Okay, so DB was, here DB was 160 plus BA we have to add, so 60 plus 70 plus 80 altogether this is 210. Okay, I think I missed the fact that we added BA also. So 280 into 60 is equal to 210 into QP. Then QP will remain here, 210 will go here below. So 280 into 60 upon 210. Now 60 and 210 we divide by 30. So if we divide by 30, 32s are 60 and 37s are 210. So 280 into 2 upon 7. Now what remains is 7 1s are and 7 40s are. So QP is 40 into 2, that is 80. So you got the value 80 for QP. Now we need to find QR and RS. To find QR and RS, we need to include this parallel line, which we didn't use it here, the next part. So let's say the next part of the problem. Alright, so the value QP we already found in the previous part, that we will be using here. Okay, so now we can choose the parallel lines as such, RC, QB and PA. Okay, and then now you know PQ, you know BA, you know BC, we can find QR just by applying the theorem. So by property of ratio of intercepts made by three parallel lines and transversal, we have RQ upon QP is equal to CB upon BA. Okay, now substitute the values. CB is 70, BA is 60, QP is 80, and RQ is, we can find. So RQ is, now 80 will go to the other side, so 70 upon 60 into 80. Now 80 and 60 we can divide by 20. So 24s are 80 and 23s are 60. So 70 upon 3 into 4. That is 70 into 4 is 280. So 280 upon 3. Now this we cannot divide it perfectly. So you just keep it like that. Okay. Because if you divide, then it will be of recurring form. The answer will be 98.333333. That 3 will get again and again it will occur. So it is of recurring form. So better keep it as 280 upon 3. Okay, no need to divide. Now next part is finding. Now we got PQ, you got RQ, we need to find RS. Okay, so here we know that PR is PQ plus RQ, correct? PQ plus RQ. So that would be 80 plus 280 upon 3. That would be 240 upon 3 plus 280 upon 3. Why 240 upon 3? Now 80 I needed to make the denominator, equalize the denominator with this so that I can operate. In rational numbers we need to do that, right? So to equalize the denominator, I multiplied and divided by 3. So when multiplied by 3, it will become 240 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So 240 plus 280 will be 520 upon 3. So PR is 520 upon 3. Need is the small part RS. So PS you know, PR you know. So PS minus PR will be RS. So RS is equal to PS minus PR. PS is 280. So 280 minus 520 upon 3. Again equalizing the denominator, we will get multiplying and dividing by 3 to 280. By 3 it will go. It will become 840. So 840 upon 3 minus 520 upon 3. That would be 320 upon 3. So RS is 320 upon 3. Now here also the decimals will keep on occurring again and again. That is 106.66666. This will keep repeating endlessly. So we better don't divide it. Just keep it in this rational form. Okay. That's it. So the rest problems, that is from question number 9 and question number 13 till question number 13, I'll be discussing in the another video of the problem set 1. Okay. Thank you for listening to me, guys, and if you like the video, please share it with your friends. Please subscribe the channel, and you can also DM us on Instagram if you have any doubts or queries, or else mention in the comment section, and we will respond as soon as possible. Okay, bye.